Across the vast grasslands of Africa, enormous buffalo move slowly through the dry savanna. Their thick skin protects them from thorns, but it cannot stop one of their smallest enemies. Thousands of ticks hide beneath coarse hair, inside their ears, around their eyes, and deep within the folds of their skin. Day after day, these parasites feed on blood, weakening even the strongest animals. For a buffalo, removing every tick is almost impossible. Its horns cannot reach behind its ears. Its tongue is far too short to clean its shoulders or neck. Even rolling in mud only offers temporary relief. But every morning, help arrives from the sky. A small bird lands gently on the buffalo's back, then another. Within moments, several red-billed oxpeckers spread across the giant animal, each searching carefully through its thick coat. Their sharp bills slip between hairs, around wrinkles, and inside places the buffalo could never reach on its own. Each tick they remove becomes food. For the buffalo, every parasite taken away means less irritation and fewer dangerous infections. For the birds, every successful search provides another meal. This quiet exchange has continued across the African savanna for countless generations. The oxpecker spends much of its life living alongside large mammals. Buffalo are among its favorite partners because they carry countless parasites and often travel in open grasslands where birds can easily spot them. Watching closely, it almost seems as if the buffalo doesn't even notice the birds anymore. Instead of shaking them away, many animals continue grazing peacefully while the tiny cleaners move across their backs. The birds work with remarkable precision. One explores around the base of a horn. Another searches inside the folds behind an ear. Others inspect the shoulders, neck, and flanks. Every few seconds, another tick disappears into a waiting beak. But feeding is only one chapter of the oxpecker's life. As the breeding season approaches, the small birds begin preparing for an entirely different challenge. They must build a safe home for the next generation. Unlike many birds that weave nests in open branches, oxpeckers prefer hidden tree cavities. Inside hollow trunks, protected from wind and many predators, they begin gathering nesting material. Dry grasses form the base of the nest. Fine roots strengthen its structure. But one of the most unusual materials comes directly from the buffalo itself. As the birds continue removing parasites, they also collect loose strands of hair caught within the animal's coat. These soft fibers are carried carefully back to the nest, creating a warm lining where delicate eggs will soon rest. Without realizing it, the buffalo contributes not only food, but also building materials that help raise an entirely new generation of birds. Soon, several pale eggs appear inside the dark cavity. For days, the parents take turns protecting them. While one bird remains in the nest, the other returns to the buffalo, searching tirelessly for parasites. Every feeding trip supports more than one hungry bird. It supports an entire family waiting inside the tree. Then one day, the silence changes. Tiny cracks appear across the eggshells. One by one, helpless chicks emerge into a world they cannot yet see. Their eyes remain closed. Their bodies are almost featherless. They depend completely on their parents for warmth and food. Outside, the adults immediately resume their daily partnership with the buffalo. Every tick removed becomes another meal carried back to the nest. Dozens of feeding trips follow each day. The parents fly between giant mammals and the hidden tree cavity again and again, delivering tiny insects and parasites to their rapidly growing chicks. As the days pass, soft feathers begin covering the young birds. Their eyes open for the first time. Curious heads stretch upward whenever their parents return. The small nest slowly becomes crowded. Before long, the entrance of the hollow tree becomes more than just a source of light. It becomes the doorway to an entirely new world. Eventually, each young oxpecker steps outside for the very first time. At first, they hesitate. The African savanna stretches endlessly before them. Wind moves through tall grasses. Buffalo herds wander across the plains just as they have for thousands of years. Soon, instinct takes over. The young birds fly toward the same giant animals that helped raise them before they were even born. Carefully, they land upon a buffalo's back. At first, every movement is uncertain. Every step requires balance. Every search for parasites becomes a lesson. Gradually, They learn exactly where ticks prefer to hide: behind the ears, around the eyes, along the neck, inside deep folds of skin. Each successful search strengthens skills that will support them for the rest of their lives. Yet this relationship is not always perfectly balanced. Scientists have observed that oxpeckers sometimes feed from open wounds instead of removing parasites. In these moments, what appears to be cooperation becomes more complicated. Nature rarely fits neatly into simple ideas of good or bad. Instead, every relationship exists along a spectrum of benefits and costs shaped by survival itself. Even so, for much of the year, buffalo gain important protection against heavy parasite loads, while oxpeckers secure a dependable source of food and nesting material. Neither species could live quite the same way without the other. Across Africa, countless partnerships like this quietly shape entire ecosystems. Some are obvious. Many remain hidden. The friendship between the tiny red-billed oxpecker and the mighty African buffalo reminds us that survival is often built not through strength alone, but through cooperation between creatures of every size.